morning, geometry. I found my new discipline tool here. But never mind about that. You guys, don't worry about that. Today we're going to start chapter 11, and it's on cross sections and solids of revolution, okay? Um, if you take a solid, like a pyramid or a sphere or a cone or a cylinder, and you slice it. For instance, I have a little demonstration for you. My tiny little orange. And let's say we cut it straight across. Then what shape are you left with? You are left with, ta-da, a circle. And if you think about it, any sphere, if you slice it, if I slice this smaller, like on the very end here, you would still get a circle. It would just be a smaller circle than the one you had before. But it'd be impossible to slice this any way that didn't get a circle, okay? Now cones, I don't have a cone to slice. Maybe we can sort of draw one. But can you see that if you slice this perfectly parallel to the base, you're going to get a circle, right? But if you slice this not parallel to the base, you're going to get something, and I don't know if you can kind of see this in your mind, but it's going to be an ellipse, okay? It's not going to be a circle. It's going to be more stretched out than that. Cylinders would be the same thing. Terrible cylinder. But if you're parallel to the base, circle, and if you're not parallel to the base, then it would be an ellipse again. And the last one, well, think about like a pyramid. That's going to be tough for me to draw again. But maybe I can do enough to get you to visualize it. So you got this pyramid, it's going down there. If I slice this parallel to the base, what are you going to get? You're going to get a square. If I slice this not parallel to the base, now this is where it's going to be a little hard for you to visualize. It's easier, they show you a better picture on page 797. It's going to be a trapezoid, okay? And if you sliced it so it just came down to the base and went across, like just down to the base edge, you would end up with a triangle, okay? So there are some different solids and cross sections. The last thing they talk about is a solid of revolution, and this is not very complicated at all. Think about like a pole, and that's called the axis of revolution. And let's say that we had a semicircle on one side of that. And now I take this pole and I just spin it around. Well, what's going to happen? What is this going to make? Do you see this is just going to spin around and it's going to make a sphere, right? Because in all directions it would be bulged out exactly the same way in the same distance from the center. It's going to be a sphere. If I had something like a triangle and I revolve that around, what are you going to get? You're going to get a cone, right? So do you see, I think that part's, if you're at least semi-visual, that should be not that hard to you. Okay, I think that is all there is for section 1. And now I'm going to go eat my orange. All right.